Hey YouTube, this is James from Random Studios, or we haven't really decided a name yet. But I'm out right now playing Pokemon Go. I'm actually gonna show you how to level up really fast in Pokemon Go. When I evolved, I caught, I would say, easily over 40 Pidgeys, because Pidgeys are endless in this area, in the high desert. So when I was catching the Pidgeys, I just thought to myself, oh, I should save the candies because eventually they give me 500 XP for every Pidgey I bought from the field. Lucky egg, that's 1,000 XP. And not only that, I had Rattatas, I had Goldeen, Bellsprouts, I had a bunch of Pokemon I got from eggs, and just finding out in the wild. So what I decided to do was to save them all up and to level them all at once with a single Lucky Egg. Now, this process took me roughly 8 minutes, and of course, I kind of rushed it because I should have waited. I was going to do it with my eggs hatching at the same time, which gave me an extra 3,500 XP, but, you know, I got a little excited because I had some people to level up. I believe I had over 25 Pokemon I could level up in one go, so, you know, I activated the Lucky Egg and just started with Pidgeys, Rattatas, and so on and so forth. And in the video I'm showing you right now, you can actually see the number of Pokemon I've evolved. I evolved a couple of Eevee evolutions. I believe I got all three. Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, and along with them, I also got a stronger Arcanine. He's my strongest on my team now, with a total CP of around 1,700, I believe. And my second strongest is actually, who is it? Oh, I forget. Vaporeon. There we go. So anyways, I began to level up all these Pokemon at once, and it gave me a total of 39,000 XP in 8 minutes. 8 minutes time, which means you can evolve up to around, I want to say, 60 Pokemon in 30 minutes time, which would probably give you around 90,000 XP. And 90,000 XP after level 20 can level up you one level and get you almost to the end of level 21, which is really, really important. As you can see right here, my egg's hatching. So, you know, just cruising down the street, I hardly had to pedal, just watch out for cars. And I got a Jigglypuff. Oh, that's sweet. 505 Jigglypuff, that's awesome. Now, Pokemon Go, if you're just starting out, I would recommend saving the Lucky Eggs and insects to become a higher level, because lower levels, yeah, you will find faster Pokemon that way. The thing is, you won't get a good team to fight gyms, and you want a good team, because if you don't have a good team, you're not going to be able to take over gyms, get that extra Pokecoins, which is 10 per gym defend, which means that you can have up to 10 Pokemon in 10 different gyms. So they give you a total of 100 Pokecoins, and Pokecoins can actually, 100 of them can give you 20 Pokeballs. And trust me, you're gonna need them, because when you're in a higher level, it takes more XP to level up. So in return, it's gonna take longer, or it's gonna take more Pokeballs to catch Pokemon, because it's also gonna be more difficult to catch, which means you're gonna need more Pokeballs, and gym battles can help with that. See, right now, found an Eevee. Those are what I want. I missed that. And you want to save your candies. Do not start off leveling up your Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, whichever starter you choose, with the candies you get, because it's a waste. I started off with Bulbasaur. It was a 14 CP Bulbasaur, which isn't that much, but it isn't that bad as well. But you know, for level 1, so forth, you know. But later on, I ended up hatching a 410 Bulbasaur. So he's one of my top contenders of becoming a Venusaur, if I find more Bulbasaurs, because you know, you have to find 25, or you have to get 25 Bulbasaur candies to get. Just found a Spearow. To get 25 Bulbasaur candies to get an Ivysaur, and 100 after that to get a Venusaur. Whoa. Now for starters who are just beginning to play the game, which is kind of crazy because this game is so popular that I find it hard to believe that there are people who are just starting it. But if you are, what I would recommend is never waste any lucky eggs or incense or lure modules. Keep those in handy so when you become a higher level, you're going to be able to catch much stronger Pokemon, and to catch every single Pokemon you see. Even if you caught it before, catch it again. Every Pokemon you catch gives you 100 Stardust and gives you 3 candies for that Pokemon species. So, you catch a number of them like I do with Pidgeys. I've had, in one sitting, around 180 Pidgey candies. And with those, I probably evolved like 24 Pidgeys or something like that. Or, the one thing you want to buy is egg incubators. Don't waste your money on anything but egg incubators, because if you can hatch eggs, then you're gonna be set. Because if you go to Pokestops, you're like at a 20% chance of getting a leg every spin you get, which is kind of good odds, seeing that Pokestops are normally like within minutes of each other. So you can go back to 1, go back to level 1. Eventually your eggs, your 9 spots of eggs will be filled, and you're gonna want incubators to hatch those eggs as quickly as possible. As you can see with mine, that's the one thing I purchased first, was egg incubators. This way, all my eggs are being incubated at the same time, and they'll hatch around the same time, meaning when I go to Pokestops to get more items, I will eventually have more eggs, and the whole process begins again. Alright, hey, now we're just chilling in the shade. Got to stop that Pokemon app. So now we're just relaxing. There's 2 Eevees nearby, which is good for my Vaporeon. So now we're just relaxing. So I'm gonna go into further detail about the Lucky Egg and how to level up very quickly. Now with me, it was Pokemon I've had previously, because I was level 18 at the time when I did it, when I did a boost, and I got 39,000 XP, which is a lot. If you're level 5, I believe that's up to like level 8 or something, probably even higher. And the reason why my XP was limited to 39,000 was because every Pokemon I evolved, I've had before. So I wasn't getting the new Pokemon bonus, which would be 600, and with the Lucky Egg would be 1200. So what I would recommend is to, if you caught enough Pokemon and you see the second stage of that Pokemon, don't catch it, because yes, it's gonna be nice to have that Pokemon in your Pokédex, but if you can evolve it, you would get 600. So that's 600 you can control when you receive, and if you have a Lucky Egg at the time, that's 1200 XP. And what I would recommend to do is to level up as fast as you can, because that's when you start catching the higher CP Pokemon. Now for me, I was like level 16 and I was barely finding CP Pokemon that are like 500, 600. And with this boost, I went to level 19, then 20 right after, because I was just at the very edge of 20. And once I reached level 20, I immediately found what was it? An 800 Golem, 12 something Arcanine, and I was finding very, very strong last stage Pokemon with my level. So we're gonna head out real quick. I'll continue this on the board. So like I was saying, what you want to do is not necessarily catch the second stage or the last stage of the Pokemon if you can evolve it. If you can evolve it and you know you won't be able to, catch it. Don't hesitate, because you're going to want that Pokemon in your Pokédex. Just save them all and make sure, because in the beginning of the game you get a Lucky Egg. You get 2 Lucky Eggs and 2 instances. What you want to do is save them. Don't use them. Save them, catch every single Pokemon you see, because in the beginning levels 1 through 5, you get Pokeballs. Get a limited, or like 20 Pokeballs every time you level up, which is amazing, because then you just keep catching Pokemon. After level 5, you get revised potions, because now you're able to start battling gym. With gym battles, I recommend starting them as soon as possible because there are people who already capped the Paris. I don't need it. There are people who already like capped their CP for their Pokemon for their level. Like I did with my Arcanine. My Arcanine's 1710, and for level 20, that's capped. So I can't do much with him until I level up again. So, one thing I recommend is, hold off on the evolutions. Wait until you have your lucky egg and all your Pokemon ready. And the way I do it so I don't forget any Pokemon while I'm leveling them up is I would put them as my favorite. So every Pokemon that I know I can level up, I put as a favorite. And once I start my lucky egg process, I go to my favorite Pokemon and they're all there. Just list them. And you just go down the list.